To replace the Lameness Locator sensor, you must update the Bluetooth address information within the program. In order to do this, select the Start menu, navigate to Computer, scroll down, select Windows C. Over in this window, select Program Data, select Equinosis, select the Lameness Locator program. You should either have Lameness Locator 2011 or newer versions will be 2012. And then you'll see three folders with several INI files. Select, double-click on lamenesslocator.ini, not the file below that may have some numbers associated with it, just the lamenesslocator.ini. And a notepad will open with quite a lot of text. And you can ignore most of this and scroll down to the bottom half of the page where you will see several groups of paragraphs. And depending on how many sets of sensors you will have, that will dictate how many groups you have. So you can see here I have group 1 with 3 paragraphs following it, and then group 2 with 3 paragraphs following it, group 3, etc., etc. I have 4 groups of sensors here. So the first thing that you need to identify if you have more than one set of sensors is which group you're going to be changing. So it may be newer systems now have color-coded sensors, so it may be the green set or the white set. So you want to find that first, and it should be indicated by the tag. And you can see here my sensors are more simply labeled Gen 2, Mizzou, Gen 1, etc. So find the set of sensors that you're working with, which will be a particular group, and then you need to determine which sensor you actually need to update the Bluetooth information on. If you're just changing one sensor, then you'll just be changing one address. If you're changing multiple, then you may be changing multiple addresses. So, Group 1, Device 1. Device 1 is the head sensor. Device 2 is the right front pastern sensor. And device 3 is the pelvic sensor. Older sensors, older systems may have some different naming of these. Newer systems should be labeled head, right front, or right front pastern, and pelvis to make it easier to identify. But device 1 is always the head, device 2 is always the right front, and device 3 is always the pelvis. So you want to be sure that you're changing the correct sensor. You will be supplied with the Bluetooth information, and what you need to change is typically the last 4 or the last 6 characters. Typically the first characters here, first 6 characters will all be the same, so you'll be changing the last 6 or 4. So you simply, it's easiest to just tap your cursor at the end of that number. This is the device ID line that we are changing, and you can just backspace through that and enter the new address. Shift. Be sure to include the colons in between each 2 characters. And in this case, I just changed the last 4 characters. And once you have completed that, if that's all you need to change, if you need to change another sensor, simply jump down to this one and update that. Again, just pay attention that you're changing the correct information, the correct sensor. And then you want to save that information. To save that sensor information, select File, Save, and then you can X out of that window, X out of that window, and then go into Lameness Locator and choose that set of sensors, connect your Bluetooth receiver, turn on all your sensors, and make sure that they connect. And that's it.